Amnesty's research was focused on revealing the patterns and the problems and the things which were causing so much civilian death and civilian suffering. So we focused upon 4 emblematic cases which told the story of the war against Islamic State in Raqqa and its devastating impact upon civilians. In terms of overall numbers, it could be that we never know how many were killed. I mean, we're saying at least hundreds, possibly many more than that. It would take a much bigger team of researchers than my colleague and I to comprehensively document every civilian death. And it's one of the reasons why we're urging the coalition to carry out thorough and proper investigations. But at the moment, it's very, very difficult to say how many. It's impossible to say how many civilians were killed as a result of this operation.
Has Amnesty presented its findings to any of the member states that made up this coalition? Of course, the US says that its strikes were targeted.
Sure. Amnesty wrote to the 3 main the 3 main countries which carried out strikes, and that's the US, the UK, and France. We wrote to each of them. We had a response from the UK, not a very satisfactory response. We asked some specific questions about the strikes, which we were concerned about, and then we asked more questions about other strikes the UK had carried out. And yeah, the response isn't very positive. We have a very different idea about what transparency means in an operation like this. The UK government seems to think that by telling us it's killed 1 civilian in 4 years of operations, which is impossible, they've been perfectly transparent. What we're urging them to do is to provide the relevant information post-strike. Nobody's asking for a running commentary. Nobody's asking for information on strikes as they're being carried out. Of course, that can't be done. But once strikes are being carried out and once the battle is over, they could provide us with information about times, locations, explosive weights, and it would give us a better chance to say, if they have followed international humanitarian law perfectly, as they believe they have, then they'd have nothing to hide. And yet they're nowhere near being ready to provide that kind of information. One of the reasons why we did this work is to push them for it, because we think the civilians of Raqqa are owed at least that.